Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast with a movie review for the film Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves 2023. This movie is rated PG-13 with a runtime of 2 hours and 14 minutes. As of the recording of this video, Rotten Tomatoes shows a critic score of 89% and an audience score of 92%. And I feel both of those are very well deserved. This movie is directed by John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein, written by Jonathan Goldstein, John Francis Daly, and Michael Giglio. This movie, a quick synopsis, if you don't know anything that I'm talking about: a charming thief and a band of unlikely adventurers undertake an epic heist to retrieve a lost relic. But things go dangerously awry when they run afoul of the wrong people. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves brings the rich world of the playful spirit of the legendary role-playing game to the big screen in a hilarious, action-packed adventure. It really is both hilarious and action-packed. So Dungeons and Dragons is a movie that is sure to delight both fans of tabletop and newcomers alike. It strikes a perfect balance with honoring the source material and creating an accessible, fun adventure that is easy to follow. So, really, anyone that's even heard remotely of Dungeons and Dragons, I think will enjoy the film. But also, people that are just fans of like a fun adventure will have a good time. One of the most enjoyable aspects of the film is the cast. Each actor just really brings something unique to their role, creating an entertaining dynamic in the group of adventurers that you can't help but to root for them. From wise and stoic to brash and impulsive, the characters all have distinct traits that are very memorable. So let's talk about the cast a little bit. We have Chris Pine as Edgin, Michelle Rodriguez as Olga, Regé Jean Page as Zenk. He was one of my favorite performances of the film. Chris Pine's also great. Everyone's really good, but Regé Jean Page just really nailed it. Justice Smith as Simon, Sophia Lillis as Doric. We also have Hugh Grant as Forge, Chloe Coleman as Kira, and Daisy Head as Sophina. Uh, so from what you guys may have seen in the trailers, or we do have a party, and I think the funniest thing here, as I was looking through the names, is that when you play an RPG, specifically, like Dungeons and Dragons or something like that, naming your character is a really important aspect of it. And I just love that one of the characters just has a very common name, like Simon, right? Which I think it's a very true to life aspect of it. I just find that really funny. It's also worth noting that the film is visually stunning. The costumes, sets, special effects, and they're all very immersive and allow us to dive into the world of the film, creating a vibrant and immersive world that feels like it could have been lifted straight from the pages of a D&D campaign book. While the film is packed with action and adventure, it's heart at the core of the story that really sets it apart. There's some really emotional moments. There's some really just things that every character has a lot of introspective. So that's really enjoyable to see them grow as characters all throughout the film, throughout the runtime. The characters all have their own motivations that are slowly revealed throughout the film, and these journeys is what give the story some of that emotional weight. Now, of course, I'm a bit of a fan of tabletop game, although I'm not somebody that plays a lot all the time. I have played a little bit of D&D. I played some other games, so I couldn't help but even appreciate all the little nods and reference scattered throughout the film. And I'm not a deep lore type of player, so like I'm sure I miss so many things, but I could just tell that there are so many things that they like as the movie went through, like it would highlight some aspects that I'm like, okay, this has to be something that's from the like that people are kind of looking for. So whether it's an appearance of an iconic monster or creature, or the use of a classic D&D spell, the filmmakers clearly have love and respect for the franchise, as well as they probably have played a few campaigns themselves. Um, I think Dungeons and Dragons and RPG in general is a genre of games that invites people that are creative, right? Because you can either run the games, and then you get to write stories, and kind of you're kind of the director of the game, really, or whether you're just somebody that likes to play a role, which like, so all of these creative people, like, it's really been fun over the years to find out like all these people that are in all the media that we're consuming. They love playing RPGs. They love playing Dungeons and Dragons, stuff like that. So, yeah. Ultimately, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves is a delightful adventure that will leave you wanting more. Whether you're a seasoned D&D player or simply looking for a fun, entertaining movie, this one's definitely worth checking out. Yeah, it's really all the wit, the energy, and all the genuine heart in this movie that leaves me really wanting more. I immediately wanted to know, and what was going to be happening next, or where we could go with these characters, who else we could introduce to the party. And stay tuned because there is a mid-credits end scene, so make sure to stay in the theater for that. But yeah, overall, really enjoyed this film. It's been really fun. I got two really nice back-to-back experiences at the theater with this and John Wick Chapter 4. So let me know what you've been watching or what I should watch. Stay tuned on the channel. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. So as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.